What's going on, guys? Oh, shoot. What's up, Steelers fan? Waiting on this preseason game. I'm going to watch with you guys all the way up to Shedeur's outing. Maybe a little bit of Dillon Gabriel, depending on how things go. But I got the game cast up, ready to rock and roll. New setup here in the house. I'm going to switch my hat up real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got the game on this monitor. I have a new setup here for streaming. I made it like this week to make it easier for me to stream. The other recording area is very, very hard to set up. So got the game cast on. Hopefully that all works out. This monitor on a burner laptop. I got the game streaming. I might be a shade behind you guys, but waiting for the game to start up. Ready to rock and roll. What's your guys' projections for today? What's your guys' projections for Deshaun Watson? But waiting for kickoff to start. We're at 1:01. I got commercials on. Looks like nothing has started over on ESPN. I'm going to refresh. Nothing has started on the game cast yet. So excited for this one. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. The better this does, the more live streams I'll do. This is kind of like a test for the games. See if this is actually getting some motion. Here we go. There's Soldier Field right there. See what they say. You got Watson 2 massages before the game, possibly, huh? I'm 57 years of living. Last year was the first time I ever against the Steelers twice. There you go. I don't know. I don't know about his rap. I don't know. I think he's got more upside than what people think. Practice. Just practice. Tyson Bagent. His dad's a professional arm wrestler. I don't know if you guys remember that from the combine or when they were talking about him left and right. His dad was on an arm wrestling series on A&E where they're going like behind the life of arm wrestlers. It's actually pretty funny. I got some weird commercials right now. I forget these commercials are pretty rough. It's the one thing about football. Here we go. It's 1:04. Kickoff should be soon. Get Menards. Check down here. Interesting. There we are. There's the stadium. A lot of empty seats. A lot of empty seats. Not too bad for a preseason game. Not too bad. Oh, what does YouTube featured mean? I'm looking at my screen. It says YouTube featured under me. Does that mean people are going to come? I've never had that under me. Yeah, game day massage. He'd make a good Steeler because he'd give the terrible towel. That's the thing about Deshaun. Like, he'd make a good Steeler. He's already given the terrible towel. That's the thing about him. And they just got done talking about fire hoses. Why I just said that. So we're still in pregame. They're talking about pregame. They're talking about Ben Johnson. They're talking about Matt Nagy, who's with the Giants right now. I don't know what they said about Matt Nagy. There we go. We're getting ready for kickoff right now, guys. Here we go. Tylan Wallace, former Raven. I liked him coming out for the draft. We're starting off with 2 carries. My stream looks like a couple minutes behind. Let's see if I can running it right out of the gate, though. Right out of the gate. Devin Bush getting back on his former team. Judkins not bad. Gets to the outside. Judkins to the outside on that one run. Judkins would be the catalyst if this team just comes out of nowhere. Three runs straight for Judkins. 3 and out with Judkins. This is going to be a run-heavy team. Just starts out 3 runs. Handoff city for Deshaun Watson right now. Deshaun Watson, handoff city right now. He's the mayor. We've got no visuals right now. Devin Bush, though, just getting it back on the Browns. Looks like Roshan. My stream is a couple minutes behind. Roshan Johnson badging in there. See if I can fix my stream over here. All right, I'm just going to be behind. Just going to be a little behind. Let's see what this defense holds up with what they got. My stream's going to be a little behind here. Play by play. 4th and 4. Gobbles up Deshaun Johnson. Defense. Solid. Stream's acting up a little bit. So far, total yards 6 to 8. Not much to go off of right now. 6 to 8 on total yards between the two. Both of them 3 and out. My stream's going crazy right now. A lot of Deshaun Johnson today. No Kyle Money Guy. No Kyle Money Guy or DeAndre Swift today. Here we go. We got an ad. Here we go. My stream is going crazy right now. Off target throw. Bajent had. Browns with the ball. Here we are. Again, when we're looking at the stats so far, 8-0 yet. Williams got a tackle. Bush got a tackle. Former Brown. Yards is 8 to 6 right now. So still filling out process of this game, just the beginning of it all. Not much on Deshaun Watson. We just started off with 3 straight carries to Quinshon Judkins. Going to be a huge feature of this offense. Stream went to... Don't know what happened to my stream. Let me fix this real quick. Concepcion. Yeah, Stream East has been lagging. There we go. So last outing, Deshaun Watson, 3 straight carries to Quinshon Judkins. 1 was popped out to the outside, which looked solid by Quinshon Judkins. No pass attempts by Deshaun Watson yet. Nothing yet on that. So no read on the quarterback competition so far in this game. Shedeur should be second half. We're waiting on that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Catch more streams. It also tells me to do more streams because I'm testing it. So obviously, if a lot of people hit those buttons, then I'm going to keep doing it because I'm just testing it right now. All right, waiting for Deshaun to get up for his turn. Looks like Deshaun Watson scrambles left in to Cleveland 48 for 5 yards. Penalty, Cleveland. Tyson Howard tripping, 15 yards enforced at Cleveland 43. Saw him scrambled on the play right there. Deshaun Watson pass short left to Whitehart for 6 yards. So now we're at 2nd and 19. There we go. Short pass, short left, Jerry Jeudy for 14 yards. Pocket's good. Stepped up. That throw the Whitehurst. Good stick over the middle. Shotgun pass short left. Denzel Boston to fit for 15 yards. So far, Watson's moving it. I'm a beat behind, so I'm getting ready to see the Jerry Jeudy catch right here. Over the middle. Hits Jeudy. Offensive line's doing a good job so far. Offensive line's been holding up so far. However, context of what they're going up against. 3rd and 6. 2nd and 9, actually. 3rd and 6 from what I'm looking at. To the Denzel Boston throw. Boston looks good off the curl. Second and 9 after the Quinshon Judkins run here. So far, Deshaun has been moving the ball. Denzel Boston looked good off the curl route. Caught Jerry Jeudy over the middle. Shotgun pass short over the middle to Jerry Jeudy for 3 yards. That puts them into 3rd and 6. They have to convert here. A lot of short, quick passes. A lot of Quinshon Judkins so far. If you're looking for a quick read off this team. A lot of quick routes. A lot of Denzel. A lot of Jeudy so far. Offensive line, not too shabby, but that's contextual due to it being preseason, but still not too shabby right now. Deshaun Watson pass incomplete short over the middle to Harold Fanning. 4th and 6. We haven't pushed anything downfield yet. Everything was either quick curl routes or drags so far, or over the middle short quick plays. Browns nail a field goal. They get 3 points on the scoreboard. Not a bad outing for Deshaun so far. Fannin dropped it. He got it out to Fannin. If you're gauging this on Todd Monken, I bet you he's fine with it. Dillon Sampson calling this out while watching it. Looks like he allowed it to get through. Want to see more of that play. Good kick down the middle there. Deshaun Watson looking fine so far. Quick underneath, short passes though so far. Want to see him more under duress. Again, very short sample from that outing. One drive. Rehashing the drive here. See if we can rehash it. Do we have it? All plays. Rehashing the drive. Field goal, incomplete to Fannin, which was a drop by Fannin. A 3-yard pass to Judy. Quinch on up the gut. Denzel Boston, a nice catch for 15 yards off the curl route. Jerry Judy, solid on that one over the middle. And Whitehart with a 6-yard gain. So, not a bad drive right there. My stream that I'm watching over here is a beat behind, about a play and a half to 2 plays behind of what you guys got and what we have over here on the tracker. All in all, not bad. Need to see more. Not a large enough sample. Offensive line had some good moments there. Right now we're on commercial break. There we go. 29-yard return there by the Bears. Another thing we got to pay attention to is special teams. Special teams last year, if you remember, for the Cleveland Browns, was very erratic, horrible, killed some games. That is something to pay attention to with his new coaching staff. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It lets me know, especially right now since we're testing live games and streaming on live games, whether it's worthwhile to do it or not. Roschon Johnson. Roschon Johnson out of Texas. He was former quarterback. Learned to play running back. Good catching ball in the backfield. Good size. Good size, adjusted athleticism. Played with Bijan. I like Sam Roush. Incomplete over the middle of Sam Roush. I like Sam Roush coming out of Stanford. I thought he was a solid tight end prospect. Nothing grandiose, though. Nothing like what they got in Colston Loveland or anything like that. But I think Sam Roush is a good prospect, a good meat and potatoes tight end that you can have in the receiving game, blocking game, run drag routes with. I think over time, him and Colston Loveland are going to be very good prospects. I think Tyson Bagent is going to be in the league for a bit, but won't be like this grandiose superstar or anything. Still 3-0 Browns, 4th and 2. All right. Punts it off. Gage Larvidan gets it. 9-yard return. Coming down here, looking at the stats of the game. Total yards, 48 yards for the Browns, 14. Penalties, possessions, full team stats. I don't want to mess up my stream here. What I got. Deshaun Watson's 4 for 5 so far. Is there anything you guys seen from the live game? From what I've seen, a lot of quick passes, a lot underneath. Jerry Judy, a couple grabs. I liked what I saw from Denzel Boston coming back off the curl route, creating separation. He actually hit Fannin and Fannin dropped it. Oh, Larvidan. Can't have the special teams miscues. Can't have the special teams miscues again. Like, that can't be happening. Or you're going to be losing a lot of drives, a lot of games because of that, especially in impactful situations. Like, this is a team that just can't be playing alongside bad special teams play, even little minute things. Like, that just can't be happening. We saw too much of that last year. It got out of hand. It got off the rails. Speaking of the Stefanski regime, did you guys catch the Falcons? Did you catch the Falcons this weekend and how much of a wreck that was? What we got here? They're going to be cold. Like, cold outside or, like, nasty? Like, I think they're going to be a nasty tandem. I think they're going to be nasty together, especially once we get that rookie ramp up. Like, it's their rookie year. Give them a little time. I think they're going to be solid. I think that's a solid 1-2 punch for the future. All right, let's see what we got up here. So my stream is like play and a half, 2 plays behind, just so you know. Just a little bit behind. Again, if you like the live stream of the game, I'm testing live streams on games right now. And I might be popping off and on live stream, but I'm testing it right now to see if that's something you guys are interested in. If you're interested in it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That lets me know, like, hey, I want to watch you do the live streams. Do more live streams. That tells me that. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like, if you guys really start hitting those buttons, I will do it every game. That's the thing about that. I will not miss a game. Like, I just need to know if that's something that just tells me you're interested in. Deshaun Watson pass short left Dillon Sampson, -1 yards. Dillon Sampson, standout from Tennessee, ran in the 10s in high school, has speed to burn. Could not finish that game against Ohio State in the playoffs in the cold. If you remember that game where everybody was shirtless just trying to get used to the cold in Columbus. Got hurt there. Could not run during draft season. So falls to the Browns in the 4th round after drafting Quinshon Judkins. This was a running back that should have been drafted on day 2 off the potential. Just a solid pair. Here's him. I get to look at it now. It a busted play. Busted play. I want to go back and look at it, but I can't because it's a stream. I like Malik Muhammad out of Texas. That was one of my favorite DBs in the draft. I liked him at value. I knew he was going to be a good value for a team. I think he's got a lot of upside. I like what I saw out of Malik Muhammad at the Senior Bowl. Deshaun Watson passed short right to Casey Concepcion for 9 yards. That puts us at 3rd and 1. So Quinshon Judkins should be able to punch it in for the first down. A lot of short passes. A lot of dinking and dunking so far. A lot of dinking and dunking. A lot of short game right now. So I'm a player so behind. Dillon Sampson, no game. We're going to 4th down. Again, I'm a beat behind on the stream, so I get to see everything like after it's called. But again, that's kind of great for calling things out on stream. Dillon Sampson doesn't get it. Looks like they're probably going to be punting. Concepcion got that grab. Just right inside the sticks. Gets it out quick, clean. Again, like, not enough to get a good valuation on Deshaun Watson outside that. One thing we can say in preseason, we can dink and dunk. So depending on what you were going in on this, like, it's kind of an incomplete evaluation so far. It looked like Samson got the first down. He called it no gain. Because they had that line, I guess, off. So far, Deshaun Watson, a lot of short game. We haven't tested it downfield yet. Going up against a lot of zone, it looks like. Looks like cut calls have been solid. Offensive line, note that it's been all right. I'll say all right. It hasn't been perfect. Run game, I kind of wish we got a little bit more push, but that's something I have to go back and rewatch. So I'm kind of like 3/4 away watching it because I'm watching you guys and the game and what's coming on the screen. So far, unless we get stress tests more, Deshaun Watson has demonstrated he could be a solid game manager, potentially, but not stress test enough to really get a full evaluation at all. Okay, 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson, left guard for 2 yards. They had to redo the chain game. They got the first down. Fourth and inches. Deshaun takes it for 2 yards and gets it. All right, let's see what we can do here. Shotgun penalty, Cleveland, delay of game. Delay of game. I want to see what that looks like, but that's the one thing the beat writers were harping on Shedeur for. But yeah, we're saying, hey, it's on Deshaun too. Talking about the cadence of the play, the rhythm of this team. Want to see more of this, of what happens here. I get to see it in retrospect, but this is something that it's been on this team this whole time. They had Monken into practice early or with a rage. Let's just say that 2-minute drill because of penalties and stuff. Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday. Samson left tackle for 5 yards. I like to see a run with him in the open field. 6 seconds, 5. Him at the line, him getting calls. There's no one in the stands. You should get it out. It done. Yeah. I really hate shitty football, guys. I really hate shitty football. I really hate these damn penalties. Like, there should never be a delay of game. There should never be a delay of game like that. There should never be a delay of game that looks like that. Like, we get to the line, you should know where we're at on the play call. You should know the time. You should know the play clock, and we should be able to get it out. Short pass to Dillon Sampson, pushed out of bounds. I got my look here. What I want to see out of Dillon Sampson, 43 yards. Everything short passes. Dillon Sampson, though, is electric, guys. He's electric. Like, this dude ran in 10s in high school. I get it. It says he ran a 4.5 140 pre-draft, but he was banged up. He was banged up from that Ohio State game. Faster than what's listed. If you go off those numbers, you got to look at the context of that. And then just look at what he did at Tennessee. Because obviously the Stefanski stink last year ain't going to let you catch a good look on Dillon Sampson. Deshaun Watson scrambles left for 1 yard. Gets out. Design play to Sampson. Yep. There he is. There's that speed. There's that speed on Dillon Sampson. He's huge. He's a huge threat. Him and Quinshon Judkins are the Bash Bros. Deshaun Watson and Quinshon Judkins is the Bash Bros. If this team could be one of those sneaky teams, it's the offensive line getting a good push, holding up, and those two running backs. Those two running backs. That is your chance. Shotgun, Marshall, left guard for 6 yards. 3rd and 3. Watson scrambles, just runs up the gut on the previous play. So far, Watson has demonstrated that he can run the offense to a degree without a stress test so far. So far, he's shown that. The guy's open. Shotgun. Watson pass short right to Casey Concepcion. 14 for 11 yards. We're in the red zone now. Casey Concepcion, another play. I'm back on the Amani Marshall play. Just looks like basically run up the gut, nothing special or anything. Want to play call on that. Concepcion in the red zone right now. We're getting ready to go into second quarter. Scores 3-0. A lot of dinking and dunking so far. I want to see things push downfield a little bit. Let's see this Casey Concepcion play, though. I haven't got to see it yet. Watson sets back, gets it out. Good read, good quick play. Casey Concepcion. Looking at the replay. Looks like a pick. Not a pick as an interception, but a mishap on the DBs. Still, take what's given to you. Good play. That Atlanta preseason game got the Stefanski stank on it. Talk of the town on that offense just being putrid. Tua, not looking good. Not looking good. So that gives different context to this team right now with different leadership. Because you go down and look at the special teams, how much of a wreck that was. Critical situations, 4th and shorts last year. Bad calls, wristbands falling out of quarterbacks. If you remember that scenario, on down the line of things that I've known and forgotten about. Mismanagement of reps in training camp that we were calling out. What we got here? Yeah, he's been looking solid. He's had a solid run. For his opportunity, he's taking advantage of it. No mishaps. 8 for 9, 102. Offensive line, give them some credit. I like that one play from Denzel off the curl route. Concepcion had a couple good grabs. Judy had a couple good grabs. They're spreading it around. That's solid. He's shown that he can run the offense. That's one thing I can definitely say. Yeah, Monken, like solid offensively. Colin, like throughout his career from Georgia, Southern Miss, Baltimore. Yeah, looking solid in the pocket, and he's actually got a pocket too. So that's a good thing. Like a good thing to note here with this team, this whole team coming in strong on offense. Not the greatest show on turf, but still, like compared to what we were seeing last year, like you got some solid ball here. 102 yards in a first quarter. So, like, prorated out, that's like 412 or well over 400. All right, I'm testing out streaming the live games in doing this. If you guys like it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like button. That lets me know, like, if it's a large number, I keep doing it. And I'll just keep doing it. And if it's a ton, I'll just do it all the games. So if you hit that like and subscribe, it just lets me know, like, oh, people really want to watch this. They're doing it so they can catch more lives. I'll do it more then. Casey Concepcion in the round. I'm ahead now of the stream of this thing, so I'm gonna reboot it. Outside zone run by Casey Concepcion. Gets it. This thing, my stream's now ahead of ESPN. Stream E shouldn't be faster than ESPN. That's the thing about this. Bring in. There we go. Shotgun, Deshaun Watson, short right to Casey Concepcion. He did break the plane, did do the pylon. Yeah, we should see him second quarter. Not second quarter, second half. O-line looks good. Yeah, looking solid today. Holding up good. A lot better than what we saw last year. Holding up very good. Well, looks like my stream is caught up to ESPN, maybe. On commercial right now, at least on my stream, when they left, they're talking about whether he was in or out. Touchdown. 10-0. They reviewed it. They got him to score. My stream is a couple. Yeah, Judy's made some grabs today. Yeah, those two rookies, Denzel and KC, if also could just allow Jerry Jeudy to step it back up, considering what we saw last year. And Jerry Jeudy's got some potential. So this could be with Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond was killing it in camp and in the spring as well. Like, this could be sneakily like a deep wide receiver depth chart. And all it takes is Jerry Jeudy getting back on track and the wide receivers ramping up quick. All right, so point after here. Yeah, everything's looking good. Outside of that, one penalty, delay of game, everything's been looking solid. Everything's been a lot cleaner from O-line penalties, getting to the line. Everything's been solid. I like Caleb Williams. I liked him coming out of high school. Size 8. I think it's... What size is that? 7 3/8. 7 3/8. You're talking about like it's too big? Because I'm in between. I'm in between the sizes. So next size is too big, next size is too small. And also the style of the hat will just be a little different in how it fits. Caden Davis. Yeah, it is a little big. It's more like I got like 50 hats. This is more like my filming hat, so it's semi-clean, but I got a new one on the way. Same size, but it could actually be true to size more. Depends on what it is and how I get it, but it was on sale. All right, we're on to 3rd and 10 here. Caden Davis with a drop after a big play. Neutral zone infraction, shotgun penalty. 3rd and 5 now. There's Caden Davis drop. You have to make that considering where your status is at on this team. Defense off sides, 10 yards from the Browns. I'm about to get to that play right here. 4th and 5 currently. Shotgun pass, incomplete. Alexander. There it is. So far, a lot of people just jumped into the stream. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like the live streams here, going over the games. But so far, recapping, if you're new here, Deshaun Watson, solid. I'll just say solid, good. Short, quick game on point. Denzel Boston, big grab. On top of that, off the curl route, Casey Concepcion with the touchdown and 2 good grabs. Jared Judy's been solid. Dillon Sampson had a long run. Dillon Sampson and missed field goal. Field goal miss. Field goal miss on the Bears here. 50-yard field goal, no good. Here we go. Now the field goal is starting to come up on my stream. I'm about 2 minutes behind. My stream is about 2 minutes behind. So I get to see things retrospectively. There's the miss to the left. There we go. Now we're going to commercial break. Browns looking very solid. Solid. Browns been looking solid. Moving the football. Limited mistakes. You had a penalty on this drive on the defense. You had 1 penalty on the last drive. Not a ton of penalties. Offensive line's been holding up solid. Still on commercial break on my end. Santos 50-yard field goal. They haven't updated that. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It lets me know to keep doing live streams. I'm testing this out today. And if that goes crazy, I'll do all the games. I'll just do all the games, and we'll cover it with you guys every single weekend. Every Sunday at 1 o'clock, because we got a lot of Sunday 1 o'clock games. Still got a lot of the second quarter left to go. Should see Shedeur in the third quarter. Should. Remember that one practice? Here we go. Deshaun Watson pass short left to Isaiah Bond, 8 yards. They have been picking on Muhammad. That's one thing. They've been picking on Muhammad on the Bears. Isaiah Bond, first time seeing his name. They have been picking on Muhammad a lot today. Let's see. This play will come up soon. I'm about 2 minutes behind on my live stream, but looking at this, Sampson right up the middle for 4 yards. Looks like Judkins' turn is done, and we're seeing a lot of Sampson. Those two are going to be solid together for a long time. Said that last year. Called them the Bash Bros. Like, they fit together perfectly. It's almost like Ohio State when you had Judkins and Trevion Henderson, but a lot different. Not the same, but your speed back and your Quinshawn. Nice grab. On going back to that catch by Bond, that was a nice grab. It was a little bit behind him, a little bit contested. Good concentration on that play. Isaiah Bond's been cooking. Isaiah Bond has been looking solid all through camp. Like, that's solid. Like, if one of the wide receivers go down or gets banged up, pass short right to Casey Concepcion for 7 yards. They're moving the football. This offense is moving the football. They get it out quick. Quick passing attack. They get it out quick. Everything's quick and short. Start off the game, first series, 3 carries straight to Quinshawn Judkins. And around there to Casey Concepcion. And then the next play was Sampson right tackle for 2 yards. That's 2 to Concepcion, end around. You're going to see a lot of end arounds with these wide receivers. We were seeing it in practice. Saw one on the highlights of Concepcion earlier this week, and last week saw one with Denzel Boston. They're going to use the wide receivers in the run game a lot. He is going up against the twos. You're right. He is going up against the twos. Muhammad's out there. He is getting picked up on, but it is what it is. We got that. There's only so much to go off of here. Up the gut. Sampson. Marshall, left guard, -1. 4th and 2. Fourth and 2. Haven't seen any deep throws yet. That's one thing we have not seen. We haven't seen anything in them pressure tested. Swallowed up that run. That was the Marshall run. 10:47 left in the game. My stream's at 11:23. Uh-oh. 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 Deshaun Watson sacked. -7 yards, fumbles. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. I was checking to make sure my stream didn't get messed up because they're showing weird ads with sports on it because that destroys streams on YouTube. There we go. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Back to what we were saying in training camp. Deshaun will be up here, and then let's see what the rest looks like here. I'm going to go back to this. Right there. Right there. Barber from Florida. Ups and downs. Ups and downs. Yes. A lot of ups and downs. Yeah, he coughed it up and fumbled it. Ups and downs. Like, the ups can be there with him. The downs are also there. His outing for his downs that can be, it hasn't been horrible for him. But again, like, Casey carrying the offense right now. He's been solid, huh? Casey been solid. Casey and that one play on Denzel too. Yeah, it's 4th down. Yeah. Yeah, it was. 1st and 10 here. So let's see what we got here stat-wise. I'm on the commercial. Remember, I'm about to play behind, but I get to see things retrospectively. Let's see. Deshaun Watson, 10 for 11, 117 with that play. Concepcion, 14. Concepcion's leading team in rushing. Sampson's leading team in receiving, but Concepcion has been killing it. Let's see what else can I look at. Full box score. Let's just go to that real quick. So Deshaun, 10 for 11, 117, 1 sack. Concepcion, 1 catch, 14, touchdown. Quinchon, 4 for 9. Dillon, that's carries. Oh, man, I'm ADD because I got the game in my ear. Dillon Sampson, 2 for 43. Casey Concepcion, 3 for 27. Jerry Jeudy, 2 for 18. Back to game cash just in case. Shotgun, Watson sack. Tyson Badgett, short right to Sam Roush. I like Sam Roush. Tim should be perfect. Only miss hit right between the 4th and 4th. Yep, because that should have been a caught by Fannin. Fannin should have brought that in. Fannin should have brought that one in. It's raining. You guys from Ohio, is it raining where you're at? It's starting to rain here. I hear it. All right, my stream died. It'll come back. 3rd and 3. Roschon Johnson, right guard. No gain. Going down here. All plays. Recapping the drive here. Roschon. Fumble drive. They were moving it, though. They were moving it. It all matters what Monken thinks. That's the thing about that. It's what Todd Monken thinks here. I don't know what happened with my stream, though. Right tackle push, 19-yard gain. Stream died here. There we go. Let's just refresh it and go through it all. All right, I'm back. Maybe I'm back. Gotta hit it again. There we go. 10-6. No huddle. Badgett, short, middle. Touchdown, Bears. I had to redo my stream. I'm sorry, guys. Touchdown, Bears. Badgett up the gut. Badgett, huge catch. Maurice Alexander with the score. Not a bad throw by Tyson Badgett. Dad's a professional arm wrestler. I don't know if you guys remember that. I remember that from the show on A&E or whatever it was back in the day. It was like 10, 15 years ago. Covering professional arm wrestlers. His dad was on there. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, they can get Baker Mayfielded again. That'd be horrible to get Baker Mayfielded again. Baker Mayfield going off doing what he did. He had to have a little bit of a roller coaster, but again, that's a testament to the grit. They can't have that happen again. There's a chance that could happen again. So Bond was in last series. Definitely Concepcion. Was Denzel in there? Or did he's already out? We're now on the commercial on my stream. All right, guys, we're on commercial. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like button. It lets me know that you guys like the stream and covering the games here. And if you like that, then that lets me know that I should keep doing it. So hit those buttons, and I'll keep doing these live streams for the games. Yeah, we got some preseason football. And I'm testing it to see if people like it that I watch the games and we have the score up with the game cast. And if that is true, then I'll just keep doing it. And looks like it's going pretty solid. Looks like it's going pretty solid here. I created a new streaming setup here in one of my other desk locations where I have a dual monitor setup. Where I film, it's just a laptop. I don't have multiple monitors there. I have sometimes a little small monitor I'll move there. But everything I just got to memorize before I do a video on. Or have something up. Santos kicked 65 yards in the end zone. It was a touchback. My stream's still on commercial. With it being on commercial, I get to see everything retrospectively. So far, it's been about 2 minutes behind. Maybe 3. Oh, yeah. How you feeling about Malik Washington? How you feeling about Caleb Douglas as well on your wide receiver core? Also, Shedeur should be in third quarter. And that's not too far off once we get through halftime. 9:16, though, left in this game. The clock is running slow. I look up, and we're going to a next series, and not much clock is ran. That's one thing to call out. I want to look at, after this game, when it's out, pace of play on the Browns offense. Yeah, for considering what, feeling on the Dolphins going in to the offseason, the build, from what we're seeing so far, it's been rather encouraging. Coaching staff feels rather encouraging as well. Considering what they're working with right now, everything's rather encouraging with that team. All things contextual. I can't wait too. I can't wait to see him up there. I want to see what he does. Deshaun Watson, short left, incomplete to Concepcion. I'm on to the handoff prior to it. We're on 3rd and 11. So now we got to get it deeper. Let's see if we get it deep. What happens here? Deshaun Watson, short pass, middle for 9 yards. I'll give Deshaun Watson a lot of credit. I do want to see him stress test for more deeper plays, though, downfield. Low on Concepcion. Low on Concepcion. Short middle, Monty Marshall, 4th and 2. So my stream is a beat behind, play behind. 8 minutes, 33 seconds is where I'm at. 7:43 is where they're at on the clock. They're talking about his contract right now, how large it is on the broadcast. $230 million, fully guaranteed. They're talking about how that contract threw off other contracts. Punts 41 yards. How you guys feeling about special teams so far? Gobbled them up good. Good containment. 7:32 on the clock. Bears stepping up there. Roschon Johnson, left guard. 2 yards. Roschon Johnson out of Texas. Former quarterback out of high school. Attendance. Looking at the crowd, not bad for a preseason game without Caleb Williams in it. Not bad. Seats look more filled than prior. I'll say that. Seats look more filled. I haven't been looking at the seats. It really depends on the angle I could see from the camera view. Seats look more filled than prior, if that means anything. Nice stick. Nice stop on Bajan. Short pass left. It's Miller. Bajan pass incomplete. It's Alexander. Bajan gets out quick. That's the first down. Scotty Miller. Bajan pass short right to Davis. 5 yards. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. That's one of my guys. Should have been drafted in the first round. He should have been him and Denzel Boston both, but he's going to be huge. Wait until he gets fully installed in this system. He's going to be huge. Third and 5. 6:25. Looks like Deshaun's going to get, unless they start converting here, looks like Deshaun might get another crack at it. So far is 11 of 13, 126. Incomplete pass, deep right, penalty. Defensive holding 5 yards, enforced, 1st and 10. Penalties. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It lets me know to keep doing these live streams, and also much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching and everything. Thank you guys for everything. I think Something happened. Roschon Johnson, right tackle for a yard. Yeah. On Evans, 43. I just got to see the Nate Evans penalty. Stuffs Roschon. Roschon left, 1 yard. 3rd and 8 right now for the Bears. 10 to 7 right now. First and 10. Short left. Maurice Alexander for 8 yards. Now they're starting to eat up clock here. First and 10. So you got 3 to 4 plays, at least minimum. Badgett so far, 7 for 13 and a touchdown. Yeah. So in this game, they are doing a lot of carries to the wide receivers. They had 2 to Concepcion. We've been seeing that a lot in practice and had some big moments there. Dillon Sampson had that big scoot, that big catch and run down the short pass. That accumulated the yards on that play. So it was pretty much like contextual for that happened. Outside of that, run game wise, when you look at it, like you kind of wish you had a little bit more, but it's still 10-7. But run game wise, you do wish you kind of had a little bit more of a push up front, but it like drives have been sustained. So macro wise of the offense, everything's been looking fine. There's Sam Roush again. I like Sam Roush. Bears versus Browns in. I like Sam Roush as a prospect, not as like a tight end 1. I think he's just going to be fine working next Colston Loveland over time. Badgett sacked for a -9 yards. There's the catch to Roush right there that I'm seeing on my screen. Oh, yeah, definitely. That offensive line's trying to gel. They're trying to get them in tuned. They do, in practice, get to go up against Jared Verse and a good defense every day. That's huge for them. Also, too, this is like they've been in pads, but this is their first time going live. So, all things considered, contextually, has been solid. Kind of confused on how Bears are losing here. Ooh, where's that sack? I mean, you don't have all the starters in. It's not like you got Caleb in. The Browns wide receiver depth chart is much improved. Casey Concepcion's been solid. Denzel Boston's been solid. They've been able to move the football. They haven't done any dumb mistakes on the Brown side. Bears have been able to move the football. Browns are very deep on defensive side of the ball. Even when you get the starters out or you have them in and out, like that's a tough look for any offense. 1s, 2s, 3s. Like that's one thing to take into consideration. You look at the Browns as being the Browns, but that's also like a half a playoff team because of the defense. And Myles Garrett is gone. We can say that, but they added Verse. McNeil Warren added more depth. Preseason, Starlin, preseason. Who we talking about? Stribling? Or are we talking about this game with KC Concepcion? Bears missed a field goal. They did. They went wide left. They missed one earlier. It'd be 10-10. That part of the context too. They did miss a field goal. You're correct. All right. We are on commercial, at least on my side right now. I'm testing out these live streams for the games here. If you like them and you want me to do more, just drop that. Just hit that subscribe button and like button. Those numbers let me know that, hey, I want to watch more of these. I want to watch more. What? Do all the games. Do all the games you can, Bruce. That lets me know. Nah, Rome didn't play at all. We didn't get much of the starters on offense. We didn't get much of starters, if at all. Rome wasn't out there. I think let's go and look at the numbers real quick here. Full team stats right here. Let's see here. I want player box score. Looking at your receivers here for the Bears, Davis, Alexander, Scotty Miller, if you remember that name, Sam Roush. You're looking at the receiving for the Browns. Your receiving leader is Dillon Sampson, then Casey Concepcion. Deshaun, 11 for 13, 126. Badgett, 8 for 14, 112 and a TD. Rushing, 14 yards for Casey Concepcion, 1 carry. Quinshon Judkins, 4 for 9, 2.3 yards per carry. These rushing totals, like it's preseason. It's small sample of 14 carries, but we liked it. To be up there once we get a bigger sample of games. Again, it's preseason. Starters not all the way in on both sides of the ball. It's in and out, contextual. It's still like something to evaluate, and the coaches are evaluating it. That I will probably go and get ready to do some content. So I think I'll do this game for the day. And then after that, I'm going to look and see how I feel about this stream and then go on to go with what fits with my schedules with the games. I know a lot of Browns games is definitely going to fit my schedule because at 6 o'clock on Sundays, I always drop a fantasy football video. It always does really well because it's the first one out for waiver wire content and who to pick up for the week on Sunday around 6 o'clock. But at the end of every Browns game, I'll also do a video on top of that. I think I'm going to do a wrap-up Browns video. Pick on Badgett. Interception. Looks like I'm up there with the tracker too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank all you guys. Thank all you guys for watching. Pick, yeah, big. Pick 6. Not pick 6, but pick city. Who got that pick? Coates. He's been making some plays in practice. I've been seeing him on some of the clips. Badgett with the pick. Showing an ad here. I guess I can roll away from that ad. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go away from the ad. Deshaun Watson, sacked. Penalty flag on the defense. Deshaun Watson sacked. I went away. I had to scroll down and get away from that ad just in case it flags me. Hold on. Timeout by Cleveland, 147. Going back to the play-by-play. All plays. Deshaun Watson sacked. Timeout Browns. Austin Barber's hurt. Rookie tackle from Florida. Heard good things from him in practice. He was one of my gets. As you follow the mock drafts back in that we were doing January, February, March, mock drafting on the Deshaun Watson sack, big sack. Mock drafting back in February and January. He was one of the guys we were chasing in those middle rounds. Like, we had him mocked, whether it was with the Browns or other teams. Like, he was one of the guys I liked a lot as a developmental prospect for a depth chart. But that's considering this offensive line's on the build right now, that's not good. I do not know how. Of course, I don't know how extent the injury is. Shotgun incomplete to Boston. Let's take a look at that. Incomplete. Pocket breaks down, rolls out. Going to run with it. All right. Gets a little bit. They're starting to get to him a little bit more. We get to see him under duress a little bit here. Took off with it a little bit. Incomplete to Boston. They're at 3rd and 9 right now. 4th and 9. 2 incomplete passes in a row for Deshaun Watson. So a fumble, a sack, 2 incompletes. Fumble the previous drive that ended. That's what I'm getting at. I'm back. I'm about 2 minutes behind. Here's the incomplete pass. Pocket dead. Over the middle. Seems like a very risky decision. Things are starting to go right with Deshaun Watson right now, especially once we get some trash in the pocket. Small sample and everything. Small sample and everything. Small sample and everything too. But so far, we're seeing, I think this game is dictating over the middle there. Bobble. That should have been a catch pass by Marshall. That should have been caught. But this game's also giving me the story from what we're seeing in training camp from Deshaun Watson, where he can play here, he can run it, but also it just goes all over the place. It's very up and down flighty. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching and hitting all the buttons, and thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, we've been working hard. Yeah, he's had a good game today. He's had a good game. He's had some flighty moments here in the last 2 drives. He's been, throughout the spring and summer, he's turned it up the last week and a half. I would say the first week of training camp, he was atrocious to the point that it felt like he was stealing reps from Taylor Green. He stepped it up a bit. He can get all over the place. That's one thing about it. He's got to stay up here and be consistent. But he'll get all over the place. Everything's a small sample. I'm going to scroll this down because I don't want them to mess with my stream with these ads. I don't know what they're going to do with that. That's one thing I can say. Everything's a small sample. Had a good first 2 drives. 2 drops. Should be 13 and 15. Yes. Yes. Because had that drop by Fannin and that one by Marshall. For analysis on what this Browns team for fantasy or what, quick passing game, getting it out to the running backs, first drive, 3 straight runs to Quinshon Judkins, straight out of the gate. Yeah, I want to see Shedeur. I want to stress test him. I want to see what you got. I do want to see that. I don't know what. I think they're married to the contract. They won a quarterback battle. I don't know. Just looks a bit quicker than last year. Seemed like he was running in quicksand. He wasn't out last year. It was 2024. And it was rough. That first outing against the Dallas Cowboys was horrendous. Was horrendous that time. Yes, but better than last year. Yes, but better than last year. Last year was absolute. Like, if we had to grade, like, offensive line is brand new. Just about everybody, and they're just building continuity. If they can grade out 20 to 25 range, you should see a little improvement in the offense. However, last year was rough from coaching, the penalties, and everything else. Yeah, I think I would like to see more. I think I would like to see more from them. That's for sure. Yeah, the 2 incompletes. Marshall and Fannin. You got to get somebody that wants to get him. That's the thing about that. I mean, they could. I think they got sunk cost fallacy too, to where they spent that money and they want to get some kind of return. I mean, they are the Browns for a reason too. It's going to be very interesting with what they put out in the third quarter, with what he's got to work with contextually. That was a nice little floater by Badgett. Nice little floater. Badgett scrambles right for 7 yards. They're just loading up ads left and right on us. Rookies have been solid. Concepcion, Boston, nasty. I haven't heard much of Fano, which is actually a good thing when it's live game watching. Like, we'll go back and watch because you don't hear much of your tackles in a game because that's usually penalties and whatnot. So rookies have been solid. Casey Concepcion, solid. Boston had that nice catch off the curl route. Yeah, nice pass. Let's move this back up, though. They keep... Yeah, Watson didn't play. 2024, and that's when he did the Achilles. And then that Dallas game, he had some rough games. The offensive line, too, if they can get that with some good push up front and the run game cooking, if they can get Quinshawn to play to where they drafted him to be, that could be huge for them. They could be sneaky because they are a half a playoff team with that defense if they stay healthy. But that defense stays healthy, that's half a playoff team right there. Verse is solid. Verse is very solid. Got to move this back up. Rum's not out there. Burton's definitely not out there because he's been banged up. Ooh, nice one. Yeah, he's heating up. He's moving it. He's a monster. Versus a monster. He's very competitive in practice, too. He's chirping everybody in practice. It's really helping the offensive line. So I would guess it's helping the offensive line. It's definitely helping Fano. They got into a little scuffle the other day. It was very funny. Badgett passing complete short to Scotty Miller. 28 seconds left. Badgett 13 for 21, a touchdown and INT, 169 yards. Ooh, Bajan almost got that one earlier. Bajan just sacked, though. Negative 11 yards. All right. We got 3rd and 21. What's up, buddy? Nice seeing you. Hope you're having a good weekend. Heck yeah. Just saw the Bajan sack. If you're just now catching the stream, my stream that I'm watching is a player so behind. Ad popping up here. Let's pull that off here. Santos, 51-yard field goal. Good. 10-10 game. So now we're after the field goal. Let's recap the box score real quick. Deshaun Watson, 11 of 15. He did have 2 drops. 8.4 average. I want to see his average depth of target after this game. Bagent, 13 of 22, touchdown and pick, 169 yards, sacked twice. Deshaun Watson, sacked. He also had that fumble. Casey Concepcion, 1 carry, 14 yards, and a score. Run game, 2.5 yards per carry. Started off the game, 3 straight runs to Quinshon Judkins. Haven't seen him for a long time in the game. Dillon Sanders was getting a lot of work. He had that huge catch and run, though, for 43 yards. So he's had 2 targets. Casey Concepcion leading the team with 4 targets in this game. Denzel Boston had a nice catch off a curl route earlier. Jerry Jeudy bringing in his balls. And then Bond had a nice play. Nice little catch. Nothing tremendous. You're seeing some work from Caden Davis from the Bears here in this game. That's always encouraging. Alexander got the score. Roschon Johnson has been the main running back. Kyle Money guy. And DeAndre Swift, not out there. You're seeing Salvin Ahmed, if you remember him, get a carry. Back to the Gamecast. They're now on commercial here. They're going to commercial after the 51-yard field goal. The Bears also missed a field goal. 2 drops impacting Watson's completion rate contextually. I will say Watson was good. Nothing grandiose. Started off first 2 series solid. Short, intermediate, a lot of short to intermediate passes, though. When the pressure started to get there, we started to see him unravel a little bit. Saw the fumble. We saw the sack. Offensive line started off first 2 drives very clean. Offensive line's been solid, especially from what we remember from last year, but also wasn't perfect. We saw Barber go down, Austin Barber, one of the tackles they drafted this year's draft from Florida. I think that might be huge considering the depth of this offensive line and considering him being a prospect. However, we do not know the extent of that because we're just watching the game live right now. Haven't had any deep shots downfield. Bears really started getting to the quarterback more in the last couple drives in the second half, too. We're not really stress test much. I would say seeing a potential ability to run the offense effectively, but not enough sample to know whether or not against number ones that it could be strong with Deshaun Watson. Remember, not all ones or any ones really with the Bears defense coming in contextually. And then on top of that, it's preseason, more vanilla. You saw them dial up the heat a little bit more the last couple drives. However, the rookie's solid. Casey Concepcion looking good. Casey Concepcion balling out. Denzel Boston, there we go, showing the flip-a-rooney on the fumble. I think this game is a testament of Deshaun Watson the last couple. They're playing flag football in the background. The last couple weeks of practice, the whole training camp, actually, just how flighty he can be. He can be up here. He can make the throw. He can run the offense. He can make the decision. And then it just, over time, you just crash the plane or something happens. And you just can't develop that level of consistency. And with this being a preseason game, considering the sample size, it leaves you wanting to see more. Like, I want to see more. I want to see more drives. I want to see a more stress test. Like, I'm left wanting to see more. I not 100% negative. I feel like it's fine. I feel like it's good, but I want to see more. Like, I want to see more of a stress test. I think that's fair. I want to see more of a stress test. I see downs and I see some of the ups. Also, we haven't seen any of the splash plays downfield. We haven't really contextually, for context, been able to be put in that position. But I do want to see what that looks like live because we did not get a remnants of that in the first half. We're recapping Deshaun Watson. So everything's depending on how you want to grade it, good, fine, maybe a little bit more. But a flighty started to show up the negatives more a little bit the last couple drives. Fine. Those first 2 drives was solid. Offensive line solid. Want to see a little bit more from the run game. Again, preseason. Shedeur has potential. Like, with how Deshaun left off from a fan's grade, Shedeur has good potential. This is a good runway for him. Perfect timing for a runway for him. Deshaun Watson cooled off. He was doing good, but he wasn't hot. He was doing good contextually versus what we're going up against versus the Bears. He's got a good runway. Like, Shedeur can cash out here. And then contextually, both sides here, though, like, I don't know what they're going to run out there for sure with Shedeur. And even with what's been said, we still don't know until it's out there, considering that one practice, last Saturday? But again, this is a good time for him. This is a good time for him to step it up. This is a good time for him to just take it over. 11 for 15 on the stat line, 2 dropped balls that should have easily been caught. But still, this is a good time for Shedeur to do it. Yeah, let them play a full. Let's get some. Like, I feel like I need more. Like, I feel like I started to see Deshaun Watson get ready to unravel here. But I also want to see if he can just get back on track. But I also want to see him be put in positions where he has to push it downfield. Like, everything was short. Like, we go through all the plays here. It's short passing this guy. Yeah. That's true. It's true. Casey Concepcion, they're going to run it probably a play or 2 a game with the wide receivers. We're seeing it in practice. I think there was 2 runs the other day in practice with Casey Concepcion, and last week they had one with Denzel. Yeah, they started off with a lot too. Yes, they did have a lot of the first string out, especially in the first drive or 2. Yeah, I'm excited for him. I'm excited. Deshaun's left an opening for him. Yeah, Badgen got hot. So the thing is, just more of a sample. I want to see a guy if he can come back. I also want to see a guy, if he unravels more. And these 2-quarter samples ain't allowing me to see that. And then you can definitely see, as they got deeper into the game since it's preseason, they started changing up the looks a little bit more on the defensive side for the Bears. And I want to see, how that gets reacted to. It's very hard. Yeah. Let him. Yeah. Because we're about. Yeah. I agree. But I want to see it happen. But we're watching this. Shedeur's got a good chance here. Contextually, let's see what they bring out on the field. If Isaiah Bond's even going to be out there, that's one thing. And what the Bears are going to give in looks. But he's got a good chance, especially with what Deshaun Watson left off with. Again, one was a drop, especially that last one to Marshall. But again, you got the fumble, you got the sack, you got that. Oh, yeah. So everything, right? Social media, everything, right? Brown Stadium will be loud coming in. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. I'm all for stress testing him. See what you got in your young guys. If you got a 9-year vet and he's got a battle against a young prospect there, and you're built like this to where you're on a youth movement and no one's tagging you future Super Bowl, I like going with the young guy. Yeah, it is. Yeah. We saw it last year, right? We saw it last year where they rallied around him. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And also, Cleveland needs something. They need something for this whole time. Like, and moved to Baltimore. There's fans around here that are Cleveland fans that just can't be Cleveland fans anymore because it's not their Cleveland anymore because their team moved to Baltimore. That's part of the situation here. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy made a couple grabs today. He's starting to show up a little bit more in training camp, but he can't keep doing what he's doing. And he's in a position now, he looks behind his shoulder. You got those two rookies. You got Bond heating up. He's got to step it up. That's going to impact him. Yeah. Another thing is look at the Browns' schedule. The NFL looked at that, and they're like, well, if the Browns are going to be the Browns, we're going to put this schedule to where, okay, if they're going to start them at the end of the season, we're going to capitalize on it because we're going to give you all the home games at the end. They start off on the road 6 of the first 9 games. 6 of the first 9 games. And then when it comes to flex scheduling, when you look at it, they're in position because they got a Thursday night game against Steelers week 4. And then after that week 4, they can start flexing games. So, they're earlier in the season trying to man, if the Browns don't do this, we got to be prepared. So maybe we flex after this, and we already have one lined up before the flex to be able to capitalize on this. And we'll start that starter on the road to Florida twice. Yes, you're right. Yeah, it was clean pocket. And then once they dialed it up, it started to unravel a little bit. Shedeur, he will. He will win games. Yeah, because he has made some drops in practice, but he for his NFL career too, because he's not getting any younger. He can't get beat out by 2 rookies. He's got to show because his time here in Cleveland ain't for long, but it could be a little longer if he really steps it up. I guess I could go back on that a little bit, but he's got to really step it up because he's got good competition here. And they've shown their hand with what they want to do with the youth movement. Starting, Watson doesn't make any sense to me. Your revenue. Yeah, considering he's gone next year. He's gone next year. He's out next year. And what are you building for? Because now we go back to this process of trying to figure out reps and everything in training camp, training camp battle with whatever. You have an incomplete evaluation on your young quarterbacks. You took reps away from Taylor Green and Dillon Gabriel for your backup quarterbacks. You have this draft class that's going to be deep. Now, how good it is, we'll see, but it will be deep. Looks like we're getting ready to roll up in the game. Now, if Sanders makes mistakes with the backups, the media will go all in. The media's I bet you Mary Kay Cabot already has articles hit enter on the post to go on Deshaun Watson. That's the Cleveland media for you. And it's they can't just call it balls and strikes and just say, well, this quarterback can do this and this. He's got a shot. And if this quarterback does, it's got to be this weird scenario. Looks like we've started. The Bears. All right, so my broadcast is up. I'm a minute or so behind. You guys excited for this? Should be Shedeur time. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It is going to let me know to keep doing these live streams. It lets me know that you like the live streams, and then I'm going to do more live streams. So hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching too. Case Keenum's out there. Yeah. Can't wait to see him rock and roll. Yeah. DG has been doing well in practice. Starts off good. He tails off a little bit, but I'm not expecting him to be a starter. I'm expecting him to be a solid backup for his career. The Browns got a real starting QB already, and we'll see. It's that time. We're in the second half. You could get Baker Mayfielded again. That is a huge, huge thing. Huge thing. Could get Baker Mayfielded again. It'd be the Browns special again. Carlson's out there. We get to look at the backups too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Every single day. Ahmed. Carry. Keenum scrambles in 6 yards. Watson. Nathaniel Watson. Get your popcorn ready. We're about ready for it. About ready for it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to make fun of the Browns media too all week. We'll have the practice clips. And then when you hit the subscribe on this stream, it lets me know you like the stream, and I'll keep doing streams if a bunch of you guys do it. So keep doing it. Hit that like button. We're about to get to Shedeur time. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to be like the Cleveland media. Like, I want to call some balls and strikes with it too. And, like, it gives you more precedent. And, like, when I do say something good about Shedeur, it makes it more legit. Because it's not like, oh, that's all it is. So I'll give Deshaun, I'll give Dillon some credit. I'll give Taylor Greed his credit. I'll give Tyson Bagent some credit today. He made some throws today. Yeah, that's probably, like, if I was to say it easily, that'd be the easy thing to say. Touchdown Bears. Touchdown Bears. Average at best. Short target merchant. Yeah, yeah. Play to win and play instead of playing not to lose. Play to win instead of playing not to lose. Take that game on your young guys and develop them. You're actually in the right spot to do that. If it works, great. You got your franchise quarterback. If it doesn't work, then you can move on, but at least you know. Yeah, touchdown, huh? Heck yeah, buddy. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Where are we at here? Another thing, and it's a dumb thing to point out, like, drives where the Bears take up time takes away time from Shedeur. So if you look at it in that light, like, figuring out the quarterback process, like, if they had a long drive and it took 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes, that's one thing too in the developmental process, but you also don't want to see your defense do that. So it's kind of like a weird thing. Yeah, that was a big play. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. Yeah, they could have sunk cost fallacy in there. They could. That's why they're trying to get something out of him. Doesn't, yeah. Sunk cost fallacy is. It wasn't Bears ones, though. And they're going to have joint practices. I wouldn't say it's done yet. It sure hasn't been out yet. And then you got the Bills in the joint practices. The reps in the joint practices will let you know what they really think. You never, like, even it's Monken, and he's more direct than definitely Stefanski. Like, you look at coaches and teams on their transactions and not what they say. If you look at what they say, they're going to lead you down. Like, Monken, even though he's direct, he's going to not tell you everything. That's just, his job isn't to tell you everything. You got to read between them. He'll give you more to read between the lines and to connect the dots with than a Stefanski. And also, he'll say more to be respectable than a Stefanski. But again, like, you can't go off of what he says. You got to go off transactions and everything else. It's just how you got to do it with coaches, and their job's not to tell us. Here we go. I got a kickoff. We're about there, guys. Yep. Money-wise, the jerseys, and NFL knows it. That's my conspiracy theory with the schedule. NFL knows it because you saw they're starting off on all road games, 6 of their first 9. First 2 to Florida. Rocket Sanders. I like Rocket Sanders a lot. Chargers fans wanted to keep him so bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's sunk costs with them, like, wanting. Well, I gotta read this more. Bang. I'm not. Oh, it's someone else named Bang. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, because sunk costs, like, that's the thing with people. Pass short left to Larvidan for 24 yards, guys. Shedeur Sanders, 24 yards. I'm going to try my best to keep up with your chats. That's one thing I love to do with you guys, is keep up with your chats, but I might have to be more quick because we know who we're fans of here. Monken had padding comp numbers with practice. Yeah, if he looks at the numbers. That could be just the media thing. But again, like, it did get padded when we looked at the tracker. Day 7 comp minded me. Sanders aborted. Fumbles. Recovered by Marshall. Fumbled. I'm not to that play on my stream yet. I'm going to get to the first throw. Downfield. Is that the first throw over 10 yards? Is that the first throw with over 10 air yards? Over 10 air yards in the air of the game for Cleveland. Let's see what happens here. Remember, I'm now to the fumble play. It says Sanders aborted fumbles. Let's see what happens here. I'm a beat behind, but it's kind of nice for the stream when managing a stream. Shotgun Sanders passing complete to Floria. We're seeing who are fumble in the exchange. Here we go. Right there. That's going to be memed out. Matt Flynn signed a massive contract, never played a single. That's true. Pass deep middle of Florida, 35 yards. You're not getting that out of Deshaun Watson. That's the thing. That's what I wanted to see that whole time. Like, are we going to push it deep? We got 2 plays. That deflection, pocket was collapsing. I'm going to play behind. But that's what you weren't getting with Deshaun Watson that whole time. Even those first 2 drives that were looking good. There were dinks and dunks underneath, but defenses are going to key on that. They're going to key on that eventually. Drag routes and curls, they're going to key on that. And you're going to have to go deep, and they're going to get you with pressure. When they start dialing in pressure, they're already $8 million back in insurance. It's true. Deshaun Watson looked good. Watson's getting back. Hold on. Here's that deep throw. Nice throw. Downfield. Showing the arm. Marshall right, 2 yards. Showing the arm, though. That's the one thing. We haven't seen the arm, though, on Watson. Joe, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. For sure. Let's see what Shedeur does. Also, joint practices are going to be huge. Scrambles right for 3 yards. 3-yard gain on a scramble. So I'm 2 plays behind you guys. If you're watching it on your TVs or just on here. I'm always for the young player and going for the future. Maybe. Yeah, Haslam gets the side and we don't. To a point, and there's also Monken in it. They could pass short right, pushed out of bounds. Short right. We're leading a quick scoring drive. We're leading a quick scoring drive here, guys. Dropping dimes. Dropping dimes. Seattle won. But they had Jackson Smith and the Jigba. We'll see. I mean, that's their choice. We're moving the ball. I'm behind you guys in the chat. Let's go. Where's he playing bad at? Like, we're moving the ball. Get that ad off there. Marshall, no game. 1st and 10. Bears got the ball. Fourth and 1. 4th and 1. Marshall right guard, no gain. Good drive. Good drive. Push it downfield, got a good drive. Just got to get a push up front. Seeing the play right now. On 4 throws. Let's go back to the stats here because I am kind of like cracked out right now. Watching plays, keeping up with what's ahead of me. 63 yards on 4 throws, 3 for 4. 15.8 average. I want to see the ADOT pushing it downfield. 2 throws of over 10 yards in the air, which we didn't get in the first half. Also, considering the context of who you're playing with too, receiving-wise. Big playability. Big playability wins games. Bad play call. Bad play call. Deshaun Watson, nothing but short pass. Yeah, he was short target merchant that first 2 drives when he was running at his hottest there. We're rolling, aren't we? We'll see what Monken chooses. We'll get a good look in the what is it? Joint practices against the Bills. He's looking solid. He's looking solid with those deep throws. I saw Minions and Monsters. That's what they're advertising here. I saw that last weekend. I ain't gonna lie. I saw that. I want to see. We're gonna see the Paw Patrol one soon. Yeah, we're rolling, pushing it downfield. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see what this. So there's 2 things here. Like, you want the defense to look good. You also don't want the Bears' offense to suck up clock. I think from what we've seen, like, imagine if he had the time to get redlined with a lot of reps and a lot of opportunity to develop. Like, all of this is training camp battle. Stefanski stank with the training camp last year that we saw. All of that. Imagine if he got the opportunity to get stress tested, the opportunity to just get double the opportunities that we've been seeing. Imagine all that, too. QB with his... yeah, I mean, he did it today. He started to unravel the last 2 drives a little bit. I would say Deshaun Watson's... because we're back to the Bears now. I would say Deshaun Watson had a good 2 first drives. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see him stress test a little bit more. I want to see him put in context to where he's got to push the ball downfield. I want to see more context of pressure. I want to see that because what we saw in the last 2 drives, like I will say, he managed well. He pushed it well on the short game, effectively kept it moving. There were 2 drops that ended his drives. But on top of that, I do want to see more. I want to see him stressed more. I like Shedeur. Yeah, it's against threes, but he's also throwing to threes. It's also like you're looking at who he's got to get open for him as well. Yeah, but keep their game up. If we're looking at now, the defense ain't out there. It's the depth of what you're looking at there. Threes plus. Like, really, now is the time that you're getting looks of what you want to keep on the roster and positioning for the back end of your depth chart. This is what we're looking at for now. Yeah. I need to fix my stream real quick over here. I got to go to my burner computer. Get that fixed up. Should start working. Stream died. There we go. Just got hit. Start that up. There we go. Keenum. I think that's the fairest thing to say. Both of them, so far, what we've seen on sample, solid. Like, we've only seen 1 drive on Shedeur, but I love that he was pushing it downfield. Deshaun Watson, solid first 2 drives. Want to see more. Want to see him stress test more. We are blowing up on chat right now. Watson looked like complete butt at the end. He did. He started to unravel. Like, we see the short passes, those first 2 drives. But again, when you think about it, like, that's going to get keyed on more against first string. And then on top of that, like, once you get a few games on film and you're just dinking and dunking it, they're going to start stressing on that. I'd have to look more at the O-line. It's probably a mix of depth guys, 2s, 3s. It's a mix of guys in and out because that's probably where we're at this stage of the game right now, 3rd and 4th quarter. It's probably going to be a mix of guys in and out. Just imagine if you got that opportunity to have a – yeah, imagine where we're at because you contextually, from what we saw from him last year and – from the Ravens game on forward, you saw him cram with Reese and Stefanski. You saw him like add little elements with every game because he's adding it in game instead of having to add it in practice, joint practices, and in preseason. He had to, his preseason was in season, which I get it. He's a backup. But again, from what we saw in the field versus what we're seeing in practice now versus what we're starting to see now versus what's unfolding right now in front of us. Like, just imagine if there was more. From all accounts I've read, from what I've seen in training camp, all the clips, and I documented on here, Shedeur is winning the training camp. Shedeur is, from everything I've seen, unless Deshaun's doing Magic Mike stuff on the whiteboard in the back, unless there's some things from what we're able to see, from what we're able to hear from other accounts too at practice, non-biased accounts too, Shedeur's winning it. Yeah, it only took him through a few throws because Deshaun wasn't throwing it downfield. I mean, he was smart to start with the football. You could say that. I want to give him some credit, but again, like those big plays matter. He didn't look good. What didn't look good on Shedeur? What part? Where are we at? All 3s? I don't know if it's all 3s or not because I'm partly doing stream, looking at that stream, and then looking at this stream of the live cast, which they're both up differently. Marshall, left tackle, -1 yards. Marshall's been getting some run here. Yeah, thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Also hit that subscribe button. It lets me know because I'm testing out the stream. I didn't do this much last year. And if you guys do that, that lets me know to do more streams. I don't stream that often. A lot for fantasy, a little bit for fantasy football on Sunday mornings. But again, like it just lets me know to do more streams, and I'll do more streams. Yeah, explosive plays wins games. And that's one thing Todd Monken said in his first press conference. No, it wasn't first press conference. It's like one of the first interviews when he was Brown's head coach was mentioning explosive games and plays and how impactful that is. Sanders pass short left to Marshall, 6 yards. So my coverage now got the game on. Sanders pass incomplete, short left. Malachi Corley. I don't know. I don't think Malachi Corley makes the team. Goes underneath quick. Pass short left. Malachi Corley. Four minutes, 43 seconds. What's going on? Time's running a lot for the next play. 4th and 5. All plays coming down here. Let's see what I missed. Passing complete Corley. Marshall, left tackle. Short pass short to Marshall. That's it. Just a Marshall in there. Comeback play. Let's see here. Reed. Good play on the DB. Corley's got to come back more on the football there. Need more all 22 for what was out, but also got the ball out there quick. Four minutes and 28 seconds left of the quarter here off the punt. I do not know if that's going to be it of our game. That could be it. That's the thing. Still the worst QB returning from last season. It's not last season anymore. Exactly. Training camp has been better than Watson's gameplay already. 3-4. This is a joke. Browns are racist. How they start. What? How does he not look good? That's what I'm wondering. Thanks for doing it. I'm glad I'm able to. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys. Thank all you guys. Thank you guys for watching. What a terrible decision on that third down QB competition over. Third down. Why would it be over on that? Sanders is the future. Heck yeah. Baker Mayfield, ... It could get Baker Mayfielded if they don't figure this out. Is the future. I saw where Corley tried to get a milli from Devontae for his number 17 when he went to the Jets. Yeah. I remember Steve Smith calling Corley the Yak King. Skipping that one. Early. Clearly see the growth from year one. Yeah, definitely. Especially like everything's quicker, more on pace, faster. I definitely see him gelling better with Monken and Stefanski. Little guy, is it somebody else? Paul. What? If you don't like Sanders, fine, just say it, but just say he can't play in the league. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely shown enough that he's going to be in the league. He's definitely shown enough. I think at minimum, he's going to be in the league. He's going to be doing what he wants. He's definitely going to be in the league. Pro Bowl rookie and All Pro this season. Ayo, are you watching him play? He looks terrible. I watch every video. Thank you so much for watching all those. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, especially explosive plays downfield, especially with this small sample. I think even if it was 0 for 4, unless it was really, really bad at, like, you couldn't really, like, it's just 4 pass attempts. You can't really come out and say it was terrible unless, like, there was a pick or multiple picks or, like, false start. Like, not if we drove it downfield. All right, I like some of you guys are fighting in the comments. I can't get the contacts because of how my stream's laid out. Yeah, he's gonna get his moment. There's Ray McLeod. What, Clemson, right? Ray McLeod from Clemson, right? Yeah, they're going off of what they're seeing in training camp, and everything from training camp now is what matters. Gabriel's getting in pretty soon. Anyways, I mean, you'll get it. You'll get Gabriel soon. 4th and 2 on the Bears. Case Keenum's still in the league. I know. I was just thinking about that. That just went through my head on the last pass attempt. Looks like we're going to get a chance here. Hold up. No, we're not. I thought I was fun. Keenum, pass deep to Ray McLeod. Yeah, I thought that too. What about Keenum versus Deshaun Watson? I can make that one. Yeah, how he fell in the draft. Especially all the way to the 5th. Like, it got, like you see some quarterbacks fall into the 2nd, and then you're like, okay, it looks like it's just going to go in the 2nd during that time. You're like, what's happening on day 3? And you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. There's McLeod. I wonder what they said. I don't think I'm to the interview yet. I bet Mary Kay's going off. I don't know what's up with the beat writers and why. Like, they all about like anything but Shedeur. I don't know if it's because people react to it and they just keep doing it. Like, I don't understand. Like, they got a very easy job. It's a very easy job. All they have to do is just talk about. They just talk about the quarterbacks. I don't know why they got to do that. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Give him some time. Yeah, they're negative on the Browns. Keenum's rolling. Keenum pass short left. Case Keenum making a case. Case Keenum making a case. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, and there's a lot of people who've been exposing him. It's so weird that they like all they have to do is call balls and strikes and just say, like, Shedeur just needs to do this to win the job. If he does this, then it could go bad. Deshaun Watson just needs to do this to win the job. If he does this, it could go all bad. Dillon Gabriel completed 5 throws today. That's all they really need to do. Like, their job's really easy here, and that's all they really need to do. They don't have to have an opinion in everything and then declare one the starter. Just relay things. Like, that's all they really need to do on this. And it's just been eye-ripping with the media there. Like, it's been crazy. They get kicked. I wonder who's giving the kickbacks too, especially with Mary Kay. Like, part of me thinks like somebody in Deshaun's camp has got intel for Mary Kay or something. Like, I've been trying to figure that out. Mary Kay Cabbage, who cares? Cabbage. I like that one. It appears trolls haven't. Yeah, they're starting to roll. Where we at? All right. You got 34 seconds left. Sanders pass incomplete deep right to Larvidan. All right. Looks like he's in on the series. Shedeur's in on the series. Short pass incomplete to Larvidan. Looks like it was deep. 20 plus yards. Waiting for it to come up on my stream. Throwing on first down 2. Raheem Rocket Sanders, 5 yards. He gets like another one of those, another 2 of those. He's leading team in rushing today. Here we go. We're up for the throw on my stream. He's already thrown it. Step back, pocket good. Good protection, too. Good slide. Oh, it's got to be in there, right? He got it in there. You got to catch it. That was a pretty one. Right in there. Right in there. I was right in there. So if we're going to play the game of drops for Deshaun, we got one here for Shedeur. That was in there. Pat Kerwin, I think that's Pat Kerwin calling, saying that he could have had a little bit more drive in there, but it got in there. It got in there. Hold on, I get back to what they're streaming. 3rd and 5. I get nervous when this thing takes so long to update. All right, you're gone. Where you at, dude? All right. I think it is bam. Dunzo. 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 Got it. Where's the Rocket Sanders comment? I like Rocket Sanders a lot, especially from what they did at Arkansas. At one time, he was one of the top running backs in college football. Yeah, eventually, you got to show people respect. You can't just come in here fighting with people and stuff. That ain't right. You can not like them, but you can also, like, be respectful. Like, you can point things out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, why you gotta be thinking about other people and stuff? Like there's so much to do in life. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Yeah, he was just, I don't know why he kept going. Like, there was really nothing for him to really do. Like it was weird. I I don't know if they even got it. I don't know what their plan is. If you want a macro plan, it's probably to see what they get for they got a quarterback battle now. They realize they got half a playoff team. Haslam said that they should have won more games last year with Stefanski, and that is correct. They could have had more games last year. And how far you want to nitpick those losses, you could be pushing the playoff. They probably think they got a playoff team right now. And that's probably what they're focused on. They probably think they got a playoff team right now. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Lenny draft who? It's probably Lenny in the chat, right? You do this 2 years. Yeah, Manning out of Texas. He was rough. They got, hold up. Shotgun Sanders short right. 2nd and 8. We're talking here in this place. I'm seeing Shedeur completed pass for a first down to Larvidan. They were just on commercial. They're not going to commercial and making me miss stuff, huh? Short pass to Larvidan. Rocket Sanders. Short incomplete to Rocket Sanders. Incomplete to Floria. The thing about the quarterbacks, there's so many quarterbacks to talk about in college football, and they keep bringing up Manning. Like, it's deep. Like, you got a battle of Notre Dame and Miami in November. And you look at their schedules, and it's going to be like, could be possibly for the Heisman, just that game alone, considering how you look at the trajectory of their schedules and everything else. 3rd and 8. Where am I at here? So I think this should be the Floria pass. They're in 3rd and 8 deep. Hit at the line. Hit at the line. Intercepted by 10 for Corley. Intercepted by Bishop. What's that pick look like? Bad throw? Bad decision? What's that pick look like? Because I'm 2 plays behind. Right there's the pick. Corley. Bad throw. Sailed it. Third and 8 was the down and distances, right? Let's see if they show. There we go. Over top. Oh, sailed it. What was the pressure? They're not going back to. I wanted to see more what the pocket looked like. Yeah, he was open. Sailed it through the pick. Miller Moss is in. Remember Miller Moss at USC? He had that one game, and everybody was putting him in the first round of mock drafts. Let's see here. 6 for 11, 79 yards, 7.2 average, INT. One drop for sure that I remember on him. 2 drops for Watson when it came to the receivers. Rating 39.6, good due to the pick. Explosive plays downfield. You look at the receiving. Dillon Sampson leads the team in receiving. You can also make the contacts at who he had at receiver too. Dillon Sampson leading the team in receiving. It's preseason, I guess. Concepcion looked good. Judy made some plays. Boston, solid on that grab, had 2 targets. Yeah, hold up. Where's that? Yeah, let's hope for that. And then joint practices as well. Should have made that throw. When was the last time Watson made a big play, though? Because we didn't get that today. Yeah, that was – I mean, that could have been critical for the battle. But we still got time. We still got a start. Also, practice reps for this week. That is the thing. Practice reps for this week. We'll see if that impacts it because we don't have control of what we say, what they do. That's one thing to pay attention to. I think part of it's down distances too. Part of it, you got to think once you start that first drive scripted. Second, once you're into the game, we got out of scriptedness. You started to see the offenses, especially the second, because you got really throwing the fumble for Deshaun to keep it together. You got to throw into that. So we're punting. Are we back up? Are we back up? We punt. My stream is almost on par. Insert Herm Edwards meme. Playmaking is professional schemes at this stage. Arch is upside gamble with dynasty potential, whereas Sanders represents near term stability and Shedeur didn't play good. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he didn't play good. I would say he made some big plays. I would say there were some encouraging things on Shedeur today. He just threw that pick. I mean, Deshaun Watson had that fumble. Deshaun Watson fumbled it. Like, he fumbled it. And he took sacks. He also had a delay game. Like, that's the thing about that. Shedeur, I would say there are some good things from both quarterbacks. Like, I would cut it dry. Both quarterbacks did some good things today, and they were both different. Like, Deshaun showed it. He can manage the offense. He can push it. He can get in the rhythm. He can prove that He could not get hurt out there first thing. He could take off with it a little bit. Deshaun fumbled it. He unraveled those last 2 drives. He could start off on a script good in the first drive. You can definitely do that. He didn't push it downfield. We didn't get left with wanting to see more on both quarterbacks. That's the one thing you're going to get memed on Shedeur for the interception and then the snap. And you're going to look at the rest of it and you're going to see downfield plays, encouraging, getting it downfield. You're left wanting to see more on the 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, both guys left us wanting to see more. Both guys did different things on the field that were good. And both guys had some miscues. Like, that's the fairest way to call it. I gotta redo my stream. That is the fairest way to call that one. Both guys had some miscues. I'm trying to fix my stream. Stream died. It just does it so periodically. There we go. Dillon Gabriel's out there. Dillon Gabriel's out there. Bears did not play their starters against the 2s. Are you even watching? Bears did not play the starters. That is correct. That is correct. Just fell on the ground. Just fell on the ground. Both guys had an average day, and it's the first preseason game. Get the nerves out. Yeah, that's good to say. Like, both quarterbacks showed something, and they both showed good and bad. And it's ultimately what Todd Monken wants. He just rolled down. Dillon Gabriel just rolling on the ground. He could have just got it out. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And on top of that, bottom line on Deshaun, you want to see what he looks like with more of a stress test, with more blitz, and then on top of that, in positions where he has to push it downfield, because we don't have that part of the evaluation yet. We don't have that. We didn't get to that today. We're getting to a part where Dillon Gabriel, deep right pass intercepted. Dillon threw a pick. Supercomputer picked. Supercomputer picked off. Supercomputer. My stream's a play or 2 behind, so I'll see you here soon. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I mean, like, you don't want the interception, but it's going to be a full season of football. You got a full season of football, and a lot can happen. You also got joint practice next week. You got another preseason game the week after. I mean, the couple days afterwards. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You can also point out there were some good things too, pushing it downfield, those two big plays. You can go down the context. It was ones versus twos today to start off the game. The start of the game more scripted, where second half is less. That's just how games start. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. There's some positives to take from this game. Like, people will be on the internet saying things like crazy. I guarantee Twitter's blowing up right now. But there's some good things to say about that outing he had. He pushed it downfield, accurate downfield, made some plays. There's some good things. And then Deshaun had some bad things as well. The fumble, when the pressure was getting there, he unraveled. Both quarterbacks left you wanting to see more. Both of them left you wanting to see more. Should have just left him out there to next week. Watson did not win the day he turned the ball over. He did turn the ball over. Both quarterbacks turned the ball over today. Brown's imploding fast. It's preseason. You don't have the ones out there. You're pretty much looking at the depth. Fumbles and no touchdowns. Fourth. If Watson is healthy this year, Browns will make the playoffs. Watson won this day, though. Playing with the twos should have just left him out there. Watson did not win the day. Yeah, I would say this day leaves you wanting more. I think Deshaun, I think Monken's going to come out and say that what I said, that I saw good things from both quarterbacks. I saw some things that needed to be cleaned up by both quarterbacks. Evidently, you don't want the interceptions. You don't want the fumbles. And I get really pissed off on the penalties. Browns imploding, fumbles, no touchdown. I think it's going back and forth on this. Watson, clear it. Stop me. Browns suck. There are no positives. Sanders is trying to show every time he gets a chance, he deserves out. That's why. Nah. Hey, thank you so much for watching, buddy. I'll catch you next time. Both left me wanting to see less. O-line is not good. Run game looks bad. Run game didn't look. O-line, first couple series solid. Then O-line just started to get roughed up a bit. I want to see what it looks like against ones, because O-line's had some rough moments in practice. I think the headline will be Mary Kay going in on Deshaun Watson. I think that would be the headline, them going all in on Deshaun Watson again. I think that will be what you're going to see from the Browns media again. He did play safe ball. Hey, thank you so much for watching, guys. Yeah, he's been solid in the pocket. He's been solid getting it out quick, too, going underneath a lot quicker. Like, you can definitely see he's gelling in this offense well. You definitely can see that. Yeah, they're not going to be able to fix the offensive line. They've revamped it. They're going to have to just gel more. They just need more time too. Like, The sad thing is better than last year. Should be, at least on paper. So it's going to take some time to rebuild it. This is why, like, the hope for Sanders is huge, so you can start throwing more picks on the offensive line. Six for 11. You got the pick in there. You also got that one drop that was floated right in there. I mean, if we're going to count the drops for Deshaun, we'll count that for him because that should have been still over 50%, I guess. That's good. But the encouraging part was pushing it downfield. Before that, we did not have a completed pass that had over 10 air yards in it. We didn't get that in the first half. So we had 2 right off the rip. So that's one thing, pushing it downfield, getting the explosive play. That is something that's needed to win games, especially in this league, especially like with your defense the way it is in those tight games and those pivotal moments. Like we can't say that Deshaun can or can't. Like we just did not get the opportunity to see it today. We saw small ball today, and we saw a lot of small ball. But the thing about that is that right off the rip, we saw him push it downfield, and we did not get those attempts in the first half. Yeah, the pick. Yeah, that and the joint practices. I'll have as many clips as possible for the joint practices. The Bills do a good job, better than most teams, when it comes to getting practice footage out. I'll say that. But a lot of times in joint practices, they'll cut off filming. And then we can't trust the beat writers. The thing is, when they cut off filming, like say, hey, we're going to do real looks today. They'll cut off filming. And what teams, like the Rams had a little bit, like what the Rams posted out, they cut off filming pretty good. Few teams cut off filming last week when it came to their joint practices that usually film. So that's one thing to point out. I think they'll film. Browns are pretty active when allowing filming, no matter who's coaching, and the Bills have been. But that's one thing to look out for. I do too, but I wish I would want to. But they probably also want to get to their other quarterbacks. I want to see what Taylor Green's got. I want to say both quarterbacks did good things, and both of them turned it over. I will definitely say that. I wouldn't go off the line. I wouldn't go off the line at all. I wouldn't go off the line. I wouldn't go off the scoreboard either. Like, I would go off of what they did in game. Man, I don't know. I think they'll win too many games. I think they'll win too many games for Manning. Yeah. Yeah, it's preseason. Both quarterbacks definitely showed that. So we're in the fourth, 8:36 left. Injured player down for the Bears. I want to see what Taylor Green looks like. Browns media will. Is that what this? Like, I bet you Mary Kay. I bet they're dying to. The beat writers are dying for it. Got an injury on the field. Want to see Taylor Green get in there and get some work. Browns won more than 3 last year. They're set up better offensively than last year. Like, what you're seeing here is the backups here in the back end of the game. They're trying to score points, but they're trying to get looks. They're trying to figure out their depth chart here for the back end, who to keep, who to cut. O-line's definitely not worse right now. O-line's definitely not worse. I wonder if we got the PFF stats out. I know it used to be live last year, but they fired everybody. So let's see if they got the air yards out for this game. By game. Or they got to wait for in-game data live. Passing. Cleveland. They got in-game data with nothing up. They got advertised. Nothing up. I want to see the air yards. Passing pressure. Yeah, nothing on the passing. See receiving and calibrated off the receivers. No, they don't have anything up. No advanced analytics up on that. Case has been solved. Nah. Let's see, wait for more to happen here. 8 minutes and 36 seconds. Did my stream die again? Let's see here. Back here. Just need. Oh, no, it didn't die. I messed it up. There we go. Gage Larvinan's still out there. Dillon Gabriel's still out there. Second and 9. 4th and 11. 7:17 left. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Yep, Gabriel got sacked. Man, he's having a rough outing. A rough outing. Six minutes left on the clock. Touchdown Bears. $2:38 left. There we go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you all for watching. I'm just taking in the rest of this right now. I'm going to do a follow-up video here soon. Once this clock runs out, I'm going to jump out and do a reaction video like what we did at the end. What's going on in the chat? For 3 points. What? Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, I wasn't. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I want to go back and look through all that. I don't know what they were trying to do on that play call. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think he had a good day. Well, let's throw this in. Like, he did some good things today. Like, he had that pick, but he did some good things today. Like, he pushed it downfield. That's something that we weren't getting in the first half. Made some big plays downfield. Had the pick. Looking at the pocket, I was re-looking at that. That pocket was getting kind of nasty in there. Stood tall, though, in the pocket and threw it. Still sailed. Contextually, though, we had ones versus twos today. Contextually, we did not have any big play opportunities, let alone big plays tried to be pushed. Well, I guess that's opportunities in the first half at all. Short, Dinkin, and Duncan. I think contextually, you can definitely say both quarterbacks had their moments, good and bad. Like, first half, you had the false start. You had the fumble. You had the pass rush once they started blitzing more, getting into Deshaun. In the second half, you had the pick. You had that drop, too, from that pretty ball from Shedeur that should have been caught. That would have kept that one drive alive. Like, cutting it right down the middle here, I'm left wanting to see more. Like, I want to see more. And I only got 2 preseason games left, and we got a joint practice versus the Bills. I'm left wanting to see more. That is my main thing here. Like, I just want to see more out of this. Like, I wish we can just go with the start of this game and keep it going. Yeah. Yeah. Dinks and dunks. Like, they protected well in those first couple series. When they started getting to him, he started to unravel. Yeah, Shedeur threw it downfield. And the other quarterbacks didn't. Like, that was the only time you saw the ball go down the field. That was the only time you saw it push downfield. Like, I'm left wanting to see more. Like, I'm left wanting to see a full half of Shedeur. I'm left wanting to see him now with the ones. I want to see him with the same planning that Deshaun. I want to see all that. I'm left wanting to see more. I'm left wanting to see more of Deshaun being pressure tested against the rush. I'm left wanting to see Deshaun having to push it downfield. Like a big question mark going into training camp was the arm and the shoulder. And that's even with beat writers that roll his way more with Mary Kay Cabot. That was a big thing. We are left wanting to see more from both these quarterbacks. We had turnovers from both quarterbacks. 2 turnovers. Like, we had the fumble. You had the interception. They went back to back with that. Like you're going to get more memes on Shedeur because he's Shedeur on Twitter. You're going to see that. You're going to see the snap. You're going to see that. But people have already forgot about the Deshaun fumble. They've already forgotten about how things looked once. The Bears start switching up their looks, too, in the second quarter, how things started to stagnate more. Also, a lot of that chunk yards was on Dillon Sampson on a quick hitter. A lot of that was on that as well. Contextually, like, any quarterback can get that, except for maybe Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel probably couldn't get that. That's the thing about that. On that play, that was the biggest play of the day. That's one thing to pay attention to is, like, sure, we were moving it downfield. A lot of it was from Dillon Sampson on that big splash play. Like, and dinking and dunking when you're running against ones and against teams, like, not going vanilla because they're just trying to get looks on their own players. That's what they're trying to stop you, but they're also just trying to get looks on their player. Like, I'm left wanting to see more. I'm left wanting to see more. That's it. That's a wrap of this game, guys. I'm going to hop on. I'm going to shoot a reaction video real quick. I think if you want to know my account for this game, I'm left wanting to see more of the quarterbacks. They both turned the ball over. I can tell you good things about both of them. Deshaun shows you he can move the football, that he can go play to play. He threw it short. He can dink and dunk a little bit. I want to see him push it downfield. I want to see him pressure tested against the blitz. I want to see more out of him. When it came to Shedeur, interception, but he pushed it downfield, aggressively downfield. He was the only quarterback that was pushing it downfield. He had success downfield, more explosive plays downfield, getting it in the red zone. Like, if different play calling in the red zone and everything, we would have had points. Had that. Protecting the football, something's got to happen. We had a drop. We had 3 drops, 2 on Watson's wide receivers, 1 on Shedeur's wide receiver. That really changes the completion rates of this game. Judy wasn't out on the field. He was running. His main wide receivers was like Malachi Corley at the time. I think Larvin might have been out there. That's about the best you got. You didn't even have Isaiah Bonds. That's the one thing. You had the 1s versus 2s to start off the game. Bears started switching up and go less vanilla once we got more into this second quarter. I'm left wanting more. I'm going to jump off here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'm going to jump off here and do a review on the game and what I thought here in a little bit. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next one.